The distance to Gluttony is quite longer than I imagined. It looks the same distance on the map as the others, said King Tacos. Adam replies with, yeah, like we've been traveling for days now. I don't even remember when we left Lust. BD follows up, yeah, but at least we had a lot of time to explain shit to you, Tacos. I'm glad you're alive, otherwise there's no shot I would find shit about him. Tacos says, don't worry, we will, and yay, I've lost the track of time too. It feels like we're sailing in an endless sea. Hershey says, y'all look out, there's some ships sailing here. Tacos says, whoa, that one is quite fast. We see a ship with one guy on it sailing like crazy fast, and behind it is a big ship that is chasing after it. The small boat passes King Tacos' ship, and we see someone that looks quite familiar. However, the big ship approaches the King Tacos' ship. St. Alex G. Cuckmaster, the commander of the Holy No Fappers, tells King Tacos, well, 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 if it isn't the infamous taco-munching little burrito bandit motherfucker whose cheeks got clapped by a big black rod, P. Tacos. King Tacos replies to St. Alex G. Cuckmaster, oh well, if it isn't the supreme commander of the Holy No Fappers, Alex the Cuckmaster. St. Alex G. Cuckmaster replies with, quiet down, peon. I am a god. You better mention me as a lord, or a saint, you pebble, you Mexican faggot. King Tacos replies to Alex with, well then, Alex, aren't you supposed to be defending Lord Diddley in y'all's holy sacred cheese cum land or whatever? What are you doing here in quite literally hell? St. Alex G. Cuckmaster says, well, King Tacos, as you fucking saw, we're chasing a retard on a speedboat. Maybe if you used your tiny peanut brain, you would understand. Oh wait, that's right, you only have a half of a brain. Well then, that's enough chit hat. Let's get to business. St. Alex G. Cuckmaster pulls out the sacred Didlo sword of the Grand Elder King of TNR. King Tacos gasps in shock and gets hit with the PTSD and screams, what the fuck? How do you have his sword, Alex? How? I destroyed that sword eons ago. St. Alex G. Cuckmaster replies with, you fucking fool! Did you really forget that Elder's real name is G. Elder? He was a celestial no-fapper just like us. This sword was crafted by a celestial no-fapper. I've accidentally stumbled upon it some time ago and got it repaired, now with the stands of his combined in the sword itself. St. Alex G. Cuckmaster unleashes her purple gunki and creates the ground of obsidian and summons 3 lustful demons. She tells these demons, you filthy demons, I'll be showing you an image of me bouncing on it telepathically. Charge up the hugest cum shots you guys have ever shot. All 3 demons masturbate and charge up a cum shot, and they release this huge cum shot towards King Tacos. King Tacos somehow creates a green gunki shield which ricochets the lasers. King Tacos says, your target is running away. Poor little cucked Alex? St. Alex G. Cuckmaster whistles and says, hey you faggots, we have food to play around with. St. G. Luna comes out of hiding and says, oh, it's Tacos, right? The homosexual one is mine. I haven't squashed my beef with him yet. St. G. Insomnia comes out too and says, can I fight Tacos? Alex says, fuck off Insomnia, he's mine. Insomnia replies with, oh fuck, then the rat is mine. This traitor needs to be put down. St. Alex G. Cuckmaster, St. G. Luna, and St. G. Insomnia all jump to Tacos' ship. In the next chapter, we cut to King Tacos versus St. Alex G. Cuckmaster. Alex says, even though we, the celestial no-fappers, hate deserters and consider them traitors, they're still our blood. In the name of vengeance and revenge, I will avenge G. Elder by murdering you with his own weapon. Tacos says, don't let me one-tap you, kid. Alex charges in and tries to slice King Tacos, but King Tacos creates a green gunki shield. King Tacos says, very weak /Alex. Alex replies with, are you sure, faggot? The stand souls inside the sword create a supersonic wave blast. It damages King Tacos inside out as the supersonic waves resonance with the goon key inside him. King Tacos throws up blood and gets weaker. He says, "What the fuck just happened? That hurt everywhere." St. Alex G. Cuckmaster slashes King Tacos and uppercuts him. Alex creates an obsidian floor and King Tacos falls down on it. St. Alex G. Cuckmaster follows and lands on the obsidian floor too. St. Alex G. Cuckmaster says, "Oh, why are you so weak? Can't depend on Akinator now, can you?" St. Alex G. Cuckmaster summons a demon on his arm and says, "Yo, cuck demon, you wanna cuck him?" The demon nods and Alex says, "All right then." King Tacos says, "Cuck me, what?" The demon, without hesitation, shoots out a huge purple goonky cum blast covered on King Tacos. Tacos blocks it, but it damages him heavily. King Tacos is now covered in cum and says, "Did you just nut on me?" The cum itself starts growing all around King Tacos like a venom to create a cocoon. However, King Tacos somehow gets rid of it and says, "This is nothing." St. Alex G. Cuckmaster charges in and slashes the shit out of King Tacos. Tacos throws up blood and falls down. Alex G. Cuckmaster says, "Why are you such a weakling, Tacos? Didn't you fight the Nevergooners at the same time and won?" St. Alex G. Cuckmaster readies her dildo sword and says, "I do not like weak peons. I will eradicate your life now." In the next chapter, we cut to Hershey versus St. G. Insomnia. Insomnia says, "You traitor! You're disrespecting your brother by doing this, Hershey. I will end your life right here, right now, you mutt." St. G. Insomnia creates a trident and shoots it towards Hershey in a split second. Hershey pulls out his sword and absorbs the trident itself. He then sends out a purple goonky slash towards Insomnia. St. G. Insomnia obviously dodges this and charges in towards Hershey. Insomnia creates a purple goonky sword and tries to fight Hershey. However, Hershey abs-robs the sword. And then, Insomnia punches him in the face. Real hard. Hershey coughs up lots of blood and throws up lots of blood. He says, "Fuck, that fucking hurt like hell, my God!" As he stands up, Insomnia charges in and knees his face. This hurts Hershey a lot. Hershey falls down, throwing up lots of blood. St. G. Insomnia then kicks Hershey in the face with blue goonky and says, "Weak, weak, 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 weak. You're fucking weak. A disgrace to being a celestial no-fapper." In the next chapter, we cut to Adam and BD versus St. G. Luna. Luna says, "Really? You two? What the fuck are you two even going to do?" Adam says, "We'll defeat you. That's what." BD says, "We? Son, you're a fraud." St. G. Luna apparently charges in super quickly, a signature sword already in her hand. She slashes both of them, sending them in the air. St. G. Luna creates the Sword of Goonicles and says, "It's over." She slashes it above, slashing BD and Adam hard. As they fall down, St. G. Luna is surprised they're not cut in half. St. G. Luna says, "Wow, you guys are tougher than I thought." BD and Adam are fucked up and injured. BD says, "Well, you can thank me for that. I saved our asses." As all three of them were about to finish their targets, St. Alex G. Cuckmaster gets a call from someone and says, "Oh shit, we have to leave, guys. We still have to chase him. Aboard the ship now." St. G. Luna and G. Insomnia both say, "Aw man, just as I was about to kill them." All three board the ship and St. Alex G. Cuckmaster says, "Ha! You're lucky we're not after your dogshit crew this time. Well then, adios tacos." Alex G. Cuckmaster throws a card on Tacos' ship and the ship sails away. King Tacos and his team stand up. Tacos says, "Holy hell, we got absolutely butt-fucked. Adam, recover us, now." Adam says, all right, wait." Adam injects healing hormones in Hershey, BD, and King Tacos. Tacos says, "We literally fought hell right now. I'm so sick and tired of this fucking Dante's Goonferno." Adam says, Me too, man. It has been nothing but torture here. First, we get absolutely fucked at Limbo. Then we participate in a war on lust, and now we're not even on the third island, and we're already being gangbanged. Hershey says, I'm glad I didn't have to be during those, but hey, we're almost at Gluttony now. The island's just right ahead. Tacos says, Indeed. Hershey, let us arrive on Gluttony. Ahoy. P. Tacos' ship stops on the island and they disembark from the ship. King Tacos says, What in the hell is going on this island? We glance at the island and we see big factories. Human slaves working and eating pig slop, and half-pig, half-human creatures doing slave work too. Adam says, What in Jesus Christ of Nazareth are those creatures? Hershey says, They seem to be humanoid pigs, but why? As they slowly explore, they discover dead bodies and toxic waste all over the island too. And then suddenly the sun goes down. It's pitch black. Tacos, Hershey, Adam, and BD hear multiple screams from the humans and pig squeals. Some are begging for mercy. Tacos and his team get scared. Tacos tells Adam, Bro, Adam, turn on the fucking flashlight now. Adam says, All right, wait. Adam turns on the flashlight and points at one of the pigmen eating the human slave. All his organs are all out. It's pretty disgusting. Adam feels someone breathing heavy and says, Guys, I think we might be fucked. Adam shines towards King Tacos and sees the pigmen ganging up on them. One of them jumps on Adam, making him drop the flashlight. And then out of nowhere, a huge beam sound can be heard by Adam and BD, and a blinding light. After Adam and BD's eyes recover, Adam grabs the flashlight and points it towards the sound. All he sees is King Tacos and the pigmen, all laying around dead. Tacos says, Oh, do not worry, guys. I took them all out. The sun comes back up again, and now it's dim. The human slaves are nowhere to be seen, while the pigmen are now working. It seems like the nighttime in this land is a feast time for the pigmen. King Tacos tells his team, All right, well, that was pretty scary. We're running out of resources, so you guys want to pillage the castle over there? Adam, BD, and Hershey all screams, Aye, Captain. Tacos replies with, All right, then you twinks, let's go. Tacos, Adam, BD, and Hershey all go towards the castle in hopes of finding food, water, and other valuable resources they can take. However, during their walk towards the castle, Dream sneak attacks King Tacos and the rest of the team, damaging all of them badly. Dream talks to them. BD, Tacos, I will not let you guys go through me and fight him. I will finish all of you peasants here. Dream, in hopes of killing the entire team, sacrifices his life to transform into a living nightmare of hell. Adam tells everyone, Do not fret, guys. This one seems pretty weak. I'll take care of him. Adam tells Dream, Hey, child groomer, I'll take all your children away right now. Adam transforms into Super Female Mode 2 and charges in towards Dream. Adam lands a lot of punches. However, Dream blocks one of them and says, You're a pathetic fraud, Adam. Dream grabs him by the face and, using one of his tentacles on the arm, pierces his face from the mouth. He throws BD away and says, That's one down. Adam gets killed by Dream. BD screams, Adam, no, Dream, you fucking piece of shit. Tacos overcharges his unity. Hershey unsheathes his sword and says, It's time to dance, isn't it? While BD transforms into his God of Femboys form. All three of them say, We will not let this slide, gang. We will slime you out for this. Tacos charges up his green goon piece fist and charges in towards Dream. He gets behind Dream and punches him on the back, while BD creates a sword and stabs Dream as Dream got sent flying right to the sword. Dream punches BD away while Hershey comes in and slashes Dream. King Tacos goes in and punches Dream in the face real hard, while Dream stabs Tacos and throws him away. Hershey and BD both jump in and stab Dream in the chest. while Tacos comes in and punches Dream's face so hard it obliterates. Dream's living nightmare of hell form dwindles down and we see his normal form. Dream says, "At least let me touch more minors before I die." King Taco's foot stomps him and says, "They're all mine." BD and Hershey come to Tacos and say, "Fuck him for killing Adam. What a fucking piece of shit." Tacos replies with, "Well, to be fair, Adam is retarded for charging in all alone while being this weak. Anyway, let's continue." As they were about to go, they see someone huge drop from the sky. As it lands, it sends Adam's and Dream's corpses flying. It's G. Elfish. G. Elfish tells King Tacos, "Look who it is. If it isn't the micro-penis-plagued cucked Tacos, welcome to Gluttony Tacos. This is my own land. I am one of Dante's Goonferno's goon lords, as you see, unlike your weak peasant ass. I've claimed gluttony as mine and have created an entire army of strong mutants. And what have you done? All I've heard is that you got bitched and one-tapped when you entered here. Wait, no, you. You are a pretender." King Tacos replies to G. Elfish with, "Good to meet you again, Elfish. When was the last time we met? During TNR's annihilation, right? Well, unlike you, Diddler Elfish, my plans are done behind the scenes, in the shadows. I do them in secret, not go all out like you to make a target of myself, you retard." G. Elfish replies with, "Because you're scared Tacos. That's why. Let us finish our business, last man standing wins." G. Elfish creates a 100-ton hammer and hammers the fuck out of King Tacos, sending him flying. King Tacos recovers easily, goes over charge and charge, in towards Elfish. Tacos punches Elfish. Elfish dodges a few, but he still gets hit a lot of times. Elfish creates spears and stabs King Tacos to the ground with them. Elfish grabs King Tacos from the head and says, "Ugh, this is no fun." Elfish throws Tacos in the air and smashes him with the 100-ton hammer as King Tacos got sent flying. Somehow he propels himself towards Elfish. Now, with a gunky blade, he slashes G. Elfish and then stabs him. Elfish punches King Tacos in the face, sending him back. Elfish creates purple gunky spears and sends it towards King Tacos. Tacos creates a shield and repels all of them away. However, G. Elfish charges in towards King Tacos and uppercuts him, then grabs him by the legs and smashes him to the ground. King Tacos throws up blood. G. Elfish creates a 100-ton hammer and says, "Adios, Tacos!" He smashes King Tacos' head to the ground and then him hits with it, sending him flying. King Tacos is on the verge of dying. He is completely exhausted and out of it. BD and Hershey scream, "No! Tacos! We won't let one of our men die again!" BD goes into his second god of femboy form, while Hershey gets his sword. They both charge in. Elfish creates a sword and says, "Out of my way, pests!" BD, Hershey, and Elfish have a sword fight. Elfish blocks all attacks successfully. Elfish charges his sword with purple gunky and hits BD's sword with it, sending his sword flying. Hershey sees an opening and stabs G. Elfish. However, Elfish slashes BD and then Hershey. Elfish frees himself and stabs Hershey with it. BD summons cum blasters. G. Elfish successfully dodges all of them and then goes up to BD. He creates a 100-ton hammer and he smashes BD down to the fucking ground. Hershey, in his giant rat form, now comes towards G. Elfish. But Elfish sends him flying by hitting him with his 100-ton hammer. G. Elfish screams, "1 against 3! All of you are fucking weak! How dare you step on my fucking grounds while being this weak, you peasants, you peons!" In the next chapter, we cut to Adam's consciousness. Poon. The Louver appears and talks to Adam. "Well, well, well, look what we got here. Welcome back, Adam J. Perez. What brings you here this time? Did your fraud ass die again?" Adam replies to Poon the Louver. "Shut the fuck up, Poon. You know I'm weak. I'm surprised you haven't taken over me yet to achieve your dark and disgusting goals." even though you call me a fraud. How come? Am I that strong? Poon the Louver replies with, No, it's just that you guys killed me when I came out. Now we're both in a dead limbo state, both depending on each other to live. I cannot come out unless your soul gives me permission to. And then you won't be able to come out until I give you permission to. Adam tells Poon the Louver, Okay, that makes sense, but can I borrow your power? Poon, please, I need this. Poon. The Louver replies, You absolute peon. I don't just give out my powers like that. You really think I'm going to help you? I don't give a fuck if you die. However, we can make out a deal. Adam says, A deal? How will I trust you? Poon. The Louver says, By signing a blood contract. This binds our souls to the contract, and if any one of us somehow breaks it, we die. Here's my proposal. Let's do a challenge. If you defeat me, I'll give you full access to my powers and me. However, if you lose, I can take over your body anytime I want. Poon. The Louver summons a blood contract and gives it to Adam. Poon the Louver says, If you're up to it, sign the contract right now. Otherwise, I'm not going to do it anymore. Adam quickly skims over the contract, slits his hand, and signs it with his blood. The blood contract gets set on fire. Poon. The Louver says, Well then, Adam, I'll give you a one free shot on me. I'll be standing completely still. No defense, no armor, no blocking. Adam says, Oh hell yay, free easy win. Adam goes to his strongest form and charges up his strongest attack yet. He charges in towards Poon, the Louver, and unleashes his fury on him. After his barrage stops, Poon the Louver says, My God, you really are weak. I made a mistake infecting you, man. Poon. The Louver sends out a black limb toward Adam and pierces his heart, killing him. We cut to the next chapter. We see Adam come back to life. He senses a lot of weird amount of strength his right arm. Adam says, No fucking shit! I won the duel! I am stronger than I thought I was! Adam glances towards the battleground where G. Elfish is and sees all his goon mates on the verge of dying. Adam is angry now and charges in towards G. Elfish. Elfish says, And where did you come from? Adam punches him with his right arm, and some type of black liquid comes out of it, coating G. Elfish. Elfish screams, Ouch! What the fuck is this? It's eating my flesh! G. Elfish overcharges and coats himself with purple goonki, melting the black liquid binding him. G. Elfish tells Adam, Don't do that magic sorcery bullshit on me again. He punches Adam in the face so hard it cracks his skull, sending him flying. G. Elfish screams, I haven't even gone all out. Why are you all so weak? King Tacos comes out of nowhere and punches G. Elfish in the face. Real hard, sending his giant ass flying. G. Elfish creates two purple goonki blades and uses them as brakes to stop himself from going too far. G. Elfish says, And where did you get all of this random power from? One of the ancient weapons once again like a pussy. King Tacos says, No, actually, Lil Mar was stolen from me and Akinator is a lazy fucking cunt. What you see is my raw power, Elfish. King Tacos releases some type of capsules from him and smoke comes out of him. He breathes in and then out. He quickly rushes in towards G. Elfish. He punches him in the abdomen twice and then in the face. G. Elfish grabs him by the head and throws him away while sending a purple goonki spear. It stabs King Tacos, but he gets it out. He creates two green goonki saws and slashes them towards G. Elfish. Elfish dodges both of them and sees King Tacos charging in. G. Elfish creates a shield out of purple goonki and blocks King Tacos' kicks. He then creates a 100-ton hammer and tries to smash King Tacos with it, but he dodges it and punches him in the face. Elfish punches him back, sending him back. G. Elfish says, Finally! This is getting fun! G. Elfish unleashes his advanced purple Goon Ki. It starts to rain heavy now. G. Elfish sends out a purple Goon Ki lightning strikes S towards King Tacos, but he dodges all of them. Elfish creates lightning spears and sends it towards King Tacos. Tacos blocks them, expecting them to be normal purple Goon Ki spears, but they explode, creating lightning strikes on King Tacos. Elfish charges in and creates two 100-ton hammers. He swings them and tries to hit King Tacos with it, but he dodges it and creates two huge green Goon Ki blades. He then slashes G. Elfish really deep. Elfish throws up blood and says, "God fucking damn it! Fuck you, King Tacos, I have to go all out for this one." G. Elfish transforms into his bad dragon form and says, "I don't think you can beat me in this form, King Tacos." G. Elfish opens his mouth and sends out a huge supersonic blast. It sends King Tacos flying. As he stands up, Elfish tells him, "It's over, you pretender." G. Elfish summons lightning strikes towards King Tacos, but Tacos dodges them. As Tacos is dodging, G. Elfish charges up a huge purple Goon Ki blast coated with his flame breath plus lightning. As he finishes charging up, G. Elfish summons two lightning strikes this time, and as King Tacos dodges the first one, the second one strikes him. And then, G. Elfish releases a huge purple Goon Ki blast flame lightning breath blast towards King Tacos. It hits him and obliterates King Tacos. G. Elfish transforms into his base form and goes up to King Tacos. He looks at his almost lifeless carcass and says, "I can't believe you actually dedicated time to training to get this strong without relying on an ancient weapon strong enough to destroy islands. You were strong, King Tacos. You gave me an actual challenge and a rush I was looking for. You were my one and only rival when we were goon parers. I'll remember you as long as I live, Tacos." G. Elfish creates a purple Goon Ki blade and tries to finish King Tacos off. But a giant rat comes out of nowhere and slashes G. Elfish's back using his claws, causing immense damage. G. Elfish screams in agony and creates a 100-ton hammer. He charges it with lightning and hits the giant rat with it, sending it flying and damaging it badly. King Tacos stands up and charges in towards G. Elfish. He creates a green Goon Ki blade and stabs G. Elfish with it and throws him away. G. Elfish, now heavily injured and bloodied, coats himself with purple Goon Ki, and he tries to regenerate all of his wound wounds, but the regeneration process is very slow for some reason. G. Elfish screams, "What? Why am I not regenerating? What the fuck happened to me?" Hershey from far away screams, "You fucking moron! I am a giant rat full of diseases. I slashed your back with a poison, the Black Plague." G. Elfish throws up blood and looks up. He sees King Tacos staring him down. King Tacos tells G. Elfish, "Stand proud, Elfish. You were strong but never an equal to me." G. Elfish screams, "Never an equal to you? You fucking cunt, you're fighting me with two more allies. This is unfair." We don't see what King Tacos does, but he releases some type of huge laser blast on G. Elfish. It creates a huge blinding light. As the blindness fades away, we see G. Elfish's body, completely split in half, laying down. Elfish speaks his final words. "Curse you, Tacos! Curse you! Mark my words, you Mexican prostitute! I will come back! I will come back even stronger than I am now, and I will obliterate everything you love! This is not the end! I will come back!" And he dies. Hershey, BD, and Adam go up to King Tacos. BD tells to Adam, "Adam, you're alive? I thought you fucking died." Adam says, "Yea, I did die. But I made a deal with Poon and I beat him, so now I have control over him." Hershey and BD say, "Nice dude." Adam tells Tacos, "Holy fucking shit, dude! Tacos, how did you get so strong? Didn't your entire power depend on Lil Mar?" King Tacos replies, "Yes, but I am relying on something else now." P. Tacos turns around and we see half of his face with a weird, robotic-like face. Hershey tells Tacos, "Tacos, what the fuck happened to you? What happened to your face? King Tacos releases another set of capsules, and smoke comes out of him. He quickly charges in and punches BD and Adam in their throats. Hershey unsheathes his pataskeleton sword. However, King Tacos goes up to him and punches it away. King Tacos quickly creates a green dinky blade. He charges in towards Hershey and punches him in the abdomen. Hershey says, "Tacos, what happened to you? This isn't you." King Tacos, however, doesn't listen at all, and he slashes Hershey's throat. Hershey says, You are not Tacos. What are you?" Tacos replies with, "I am LARP00. Hershey says, "Ah, a pretender," and he passes out from the blood loss. King Tacos grabs him and seals his throat with some type of liquid to not let him die. BD and Adam scream, "Put down Hershey Tacos, we won't let you go." King Tacos aims his hand towards him, and rockets come out of it. BD and Adam start running away, but it hits him, exploding. They both look damaged. King Tacos, or LARP00, says, "Sending message to transmission. Mission has been successful. Prototype for model LARP-01 has been captured. Coordinates for base has been grabbed. We'll be heading there soon." BD quickly charges in towards King Tacos and tries to free Hershey from his grasp, but King Tacos kicks BD away and tries to kill him with a blade, but he dodges it, while Adam charges in trying to hit King Tacos in the face. However, King Tacos grabs him and throws him away, but the black liquid binds to King Tacos. Adam tries to pull him towards them, but Tacos heats himself up, melting the black liquid. King Tacos charges in and punches Adam in the throat. King Tacos readies his feet to fly up in the air. BD tries to stop him, but Adam needed medical attention, so he goes to Adam. Tacos, or LARP00, flies away with Hershey. Adam says, "Why? Why the fuck did he betray us?" BD replies with, "He did not." Adam says, "What? What do you mean he didn't? He literally killed Hershey." BD says, "Remember in Limbo? He got killed. Half of his face got sliced off by that guy, and the robotic part was on that side of the head. We also found him in a weird crate container marked with LARP Corporation, and he proclaimed he was LARP00. He seems to be some type of a robot being controlled by a machinery parasite known as the LARP models." Adam says, "Then if he's truly dead, what the hell do we do? Can we revive him back? What about Hershey? He's dead too now." BD says, "Remember the things we signed? I might have an idea what to do, but you have to give me time." BD continues, "For now, let's gather resources first. We're running out of everything as it is. It's the only reason we even explored this fuck-ass island." Adam replies with, "Yay, sure. I'm starving too. But BD, it just sucks how everything is unfair. First, we thought Hershey died, then Tacos died. But then we got both of them back, and now both of them are dead. BD says, "I know, Adam, it's unfair, and I've been through it already. But do not worry, we will make something of it." BD and Adam go into the castle and get as many resources as they can. After that, they aboard the ship and sail out to the next island. BD tells Adam, "Well then, Adam, let's go to the next island. We might get more information on what we have to do to proceed." Adam says, "What is the next island?" BD replies with, "Well, if we look at the map, the next island seems to be Greed."
The Goon Piece! The Goon Piece is real!
Can we get much higher?